What's going on, Crunch Nation? It's Crunch here coming at you with another YouTube video. And today, boys, we are going to be going over the best players to use the 82 to 84 power-up pass on. Now, I will be doing a video for each of these power-up passes. I already did the 68 to 81. Link will be down below in the description for that one if you want to check that out. But we will be going over the 85, 86 one next, and then we got the 87, 88 after that. And I will continue to update these as new cards start coming out. And yeah, just keep checking back on it, you know, seeing which cards you think are the best. The biggest thing that you guys want to do is save the most amount of coins that you can. So most of these cards that I'm going to be going over are the more expensive ones because you want to save yourself the most coin. Now, just because Jamal Adams, who we're going to be going over first, is the most expensive, you might not want Jamal Adams for your team, but every team's different, so we're just going to go with the best ones that we think. So we will get into it. As you can see, this Jamal Adams is 85 speed, 84 excel, 80 agility, hits the man and zone above 80, and the hit power is 88 stock. So very solid card. He does tend to get a lot of upgrades throughout the year, and potentially he could get a card even this upcoming week if we get the NFL kickoff like we have in the past. You know, he could potentially be one of those cards. So I would highly suggest him, especially since he's 52K. Now, the next one we're going to be going over here is Kyle Juszczyk. Jacuzzi, he is 52K as well. And if you need a good fullback, he's pretty solid. Now, especially with the speed, the fullback dives pretty good with him always. Now, the run and pass blocking isn't that great off the rip with this card, but he will always get upgrades. Gets 49ers chem, gets Ravens chem. So if you have either of those teams, mainly, I would highly suggest you getting him. So we'll move on to the next one. And the next one has an upgrade already, and a lot of people already have him. So I would highly suggest you using power-up pass on a player like this, because you're going to continue to have him all year round, especially if you got him NAT, got him powered up. And this is the 84 Tre'Davious White, or 83, sorry. He's got the 84 speed, 86 excel, 81 man, 77 zone. Pretty solid card, and the 86 is pretty good, and you can get it for free if you do the solos, or if you just do any of the two sets for Lamar or for Honey Badger, you can get him NAT there, and he could be potentially a card you're going to keep all year round. And if you decide not to keep him whenever we move to the next series, you could potentially put him in the upgrade set if they move a new upgrade set to the 87, 88, so you can just hold on to him there and get more value. Za'Darius Smith is the next one, and basically the same thing. You can get him for free because of it too. So it's pretty solid card. He's an 84, and the power move, finesse move isn't too bad there. But the block shed's kind of low. But if you need just a pass rusher, he isn't going to be the worst thing in the world for you. And he's 38K, and you can expect an upgrade sometime soon. Just something if you need a quick pass rusher, but we'll move on to the next one as we got Tyler Lockett here. And he's in the same boat as Tre'Davious White, because you can get the NAT card as well for the superstars, and you can get him for free. He's pretty quick. His cards are always one of the fastest in the game. So if you need a cheaper version of Tyreek Hill, this might be the way you want to go. The catching stats aren't great, but they never really are at the start, so just take that with a grain of salt. You can definitely run him for kickbacks and stuff like that too, and he's a pretty solid card. He's only 30K, so he's not going to be the most expensive and the most coins that you're going to be saving, but he could be worth it for you because you're going to keep him most of the year. Next one we will move on to is Marlon Humphrey, and very good corner, especially a man corner. So whenever he gets an upgrade, he can be very solid. You get him to 86 speed, 87 excel, pretty good slot corner. So if you need a number 3, I would go with him. I run mainly a Ravens theme team for the most part. You know, I fill in holes here and there, but he balls out for me. So I would highly suggest you going after him if you have anything along those lines. Next, we will move to Odell, and Odell's always one that gets a lot of upgrades. So honestly, there's a good chance that he would get a card for the NFL kickoff. So as an 84, you can expect, maybe if he gets an 88, 89, you can expect a 3-4 speed bump. He could be up to 90 speed and be one of the best wide receivers in the game, as always, whenever he gets a new upgrade. So keep that in mind. He could definitely get a new card here shortly. But the next one we're moving on to is a tackle, and mainly I'm not really big on offensive linemen to start the year, because most of the time you basically need all these blocking stats and strength up over 90 to really make a huge difference. Now, me personally, I just want everything in the 80s to begin with. You know, I don't want any stat as far as the like the passing stats, run block and all that. I don't want that to be in the 80s. So if you power him up, he's going to be 80 strength, so you're at least going to get there. He's a pretty fast one, so he pulls pretty well, and he's always one of the better tackles. So if you need a tackle, definitely go with Lane Johnson if you need someone to use that power up pass on. Next one we're going to be doing is Trent Williams, and he's right along the same lines. You know, so he's not quite as fast, but his stats are a little bit better. He's a little bit stronger, but he's right around the same price. So keep that in mind. If you just need another different tackle on the other side, go ahead and pick up this Trent Williams. Definitely worth your power up pass. And the last card we'll be going over, Deion Jones. He's actually one of the better middle linebackers, and honestly his card was actually a lot higher until Junior Seau came out. But he's still, if you need a second middle linebacker, or you even need someone just to complement you up until you get an opportunity to fill out Sam Mills, this is a good card just to go with. Like I said, he's not the most expensive anymore, but he's definitely worth, with the 84 speed, 84 excel, and the 80 zone coverage. He's always one of the better middle linebackers in the game. So I suggest, if you do need one, not a bad choice to go with. But that's all we got for you boys. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe, comment, turn that noti bell. Be expecting the 85-86 power up pass probably towards the end of the week. That's probably when I'll put out that next one, and then the 87-88 maybe early next week. But if you guys have any questions, make sure you comment down below. If I forgot anybody, comment them down below. But that's all we got, boys. Peace.